What's up, everybody? I figured out how to do a laptop video. That's going to be scary, but today I'm going to be taking you through the Can Am website, and I'm mainly going to be focusing on the Ryker. You know, there's a prison called Rikers Island in New York. I don't see much of a difference, just to give you a little bit of a spoiler. Alright, so Can Am's new addition to the Can Am Roadster Spyder family is the Can Am Ryker. Alright, let me talk about the positives of this first, or what I think of the positives. Can Am is coming out with a shaft-driven machine. That's actually awesome. Now, one of the huge negatives are, why aren't you offering shaft drive on your $25,000, $30,000 machine? You're offering shaft drive on your $9,000, $11,000, $12,000 machines, but not the $25,000, $30,000 machines. That really doesn't make any sense. But all right, so right here is the Ryker, and first glance, this you know what it looks like? It looks like a Lego motorcycle. It's something you'd find in, like, you know, like hey, remember that Lego Moonlander kind of thing, and it had the Land Rover, the Moon Rover? That's what it looks like. This thing, someone actually when they were doing the release video said it looks like someone built it in their shed. I can't agree with it more, but you know what? Let's give it a chance here. The key features are automatic transmission. Now that's CVT. That's constant automatic. You have no control over it whatsoever. So if you want to wind out that gear and go a little faster, guess what? You can't. A 4.5-inch digital display. Okay, hopefully this one works like the 2018 release of the LCDs that was supposed to be great. Doesn't work. Dual USB plug, great. Oh, vehicle stability system. It has another nanny. Awesome. Tool-free U-fit system. Okay, great. A Rotax 600 and 900 with ACE options. It's kind of a small engine, but you know what? For the price point of $84.99, I get it. Oh, and you get a glove box. That's great. Isn't that awesome? You get a 7-liter glove box. So basically, you can pour like I don't know, like a couple pints of Chinese hot and sour soup in if you wanted to. But honestly, for the price, $84.99, that's what you're getting with the Ryker. Now, the Ryker Rally Edition, which is supposed to be, I guess, the faster version, or the more beefy version, you get rally tires and a new suspension and max mount and structural enhancements. I love when they say structural enhancements. Oh, okay, what are the structural enhancements then? Oh, you're not going to tell me? Oh, okay, great. Oh, but you get driving modes in Eco mode, which anyone that owns a Spyder now equals no fun whatsoever. You get a sport mode and a rally mode. Now, this I love. Take your ride off-road, take your ride off of the pavement and unleash it on even more playgrounds. Flip on rally mode for unparalleled drifting experience on gravel or whatever else comes your way. All right, I don't know if you guys can see the clearance of it here. I read somewhere that the clearance is just about 4 inches. Now, oh, look at that. I clicked on something. Oh, I went to colors. Awesome. That's exactly what I want to talk about next. So, if you have a clearance of about 4 inches, you're really not riding over anything. I mean, seriously. And so you're just going to be going down the road and all of a sudden, oh, here's a patch of gravel. Let me go play. I don't get it. Honestly, my first glance at this, it was ill thought out. It wasn't completely thought out, but now they're saying, well, the price point, you know, goes after a younger market. Younger market? Who? You mean to tell me, honestly, that a 19, 20-year-old, 27, 29-year-old that's hanging out with their friends who all have Harleys and cafe racers, yeah, they want to show up with a Can Am. And before you say, oh, but it's priced, yeah, all right, $11,000 before transport and everything, taxes, tire, license. So you're looking at about a maybe $13,50, you know, $13,000 machine for that. So seriously, sit down for a second and think, would you pay $13,000 for this? And especially if you're a young person, but let's say, all right, it's $84.99, so you're looking at about $9,300, $9,400 out the door. After taxes, tire, license, the transport thing, all the stuff that they throw at you. Or you could go on Cycle Trader or the classifieds and get yourself a Sportster, an Iron 883, an older Yamaha, older Vulcan for $4, $5, $3, $2, $1, $1,900. I mean, seriously, like a new rider that doesn't have a pot to piss in is going to spend $84.99, let alone $10.99. Plus, let's face it, man, when you're younger, you want to ride 2 wheels. I'm riding 3 wheels because I have a handicap now. Now, don't get me wrong, my machine is awesome. I love that damn thing. I'm never getting rid of that. But if I had my choice right now, I'd probably be riding an Indian Chieftain Dark Horse, you know, or a Harley Street Bob. And I don't even like Harleys, but I love the Street Bob when it's all bobbed out. It's a gorgeous looking, outlaw looking kind of bike, you know. But I don't see younger riders going for this, so I don't know what Can Am was really thinking that, oh, we're going after a younger market. Well, who? Because the younger markets that I can think of make fun of trikes, and they want that cafe outlaw racer stripped down kind of look. They're not looking for the Lego Moon Rover. All right, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get to the important. Let's build one of these things. Let's build a route. You know what? Let's go back. Let's be fair. We're a young rider. All right. Let's build a Ryker. Just a regular run-of-the-mill Ryker, okay? That's what we're going to do. Oh, and by the way, Can Am came up with a Build Your Ryker app because kids use apps. And if it's an app, I think people are going to be more apt to, please. Look, I'm not paid by Can Am, BRP, or anybody. I have no stake or interest in it whatsoever. I'm just a guy with a small YouTube channel that has a lot of big opinions. And I'm sure a lot of people in the know or connected to Can Am are going to come out and maybe say, oh, Gimpy Rob, he doesn't know what he's talking about, and they're going to refute my statements. Yeah, that's fine, but just remember, I'm doing a video out of my own free time, my own free will. I am behooved or behoven to no one. I have a stake and interest in the truth. And this is what I'm giving you. So, all right, so here's the Ryker. So all day and all night, you've got everything you need and then some to take on the open road for the most exciting on-road experience you've ever had. Okay, hang on a second. For the most exciting on-road riding experience you've ever... Oh, I can highlight stuff. On-road riding experience you've ever had. I thought they were billing these things as off-road machines to tear up gravel and whatever. Okay, so I could pick this apart all day long, but okay, let's build ourselves a Ryker. Oh, our colors are carbon black. I can highlight stuff now. Carbon black, intense black, liquid steel, immortal white, heritage white, adrenaline red, midnight red, orange blaze, yellow shock, electric yellow, haze blue, and army green. So, just so you know what you're getting into, that's our choices. But let's take a look at engines. Okay. Oh, that's what they failed to tell you because they were saying that this is a Rotax engine. So now, the truth becomes known. What they were building, because of course they're going to show you the bigger model, an inline 3 engine, a Rotax. You're getting a Rotax inline 2. 2 cylinders, 600. That looks like a pretty heavy machine for a 600. Well, I gotta find that. I gotta find the specs on how much this thing weighs, but we'll get to that in a minute. All right, so bargain basement, we're a young rider. We want the Rotax 600 AC inline 2 cylinders. Colors and accessories. This should be exciting. All right, so here are our panels. So I guess you can snap these panels on to make your ride look even more Lego-ish. $350 for the electric yellow. Yo, electric yellow, what's all right? The $99 panels is of course intense black to get you away from the regular black that's already there. All right, adrenaline red, immortal white. Okay, $349 for the midnight red limited edition. Let me highlight it. That's this guy right here. See, I can highlight. I'm so excited I can highlight things. All right, so these are your choices in colors. You can clip them on your Ryker. Let's continue. These accessories have added to your build. No, I don't. I'm not adding anything. Let me keep going here. Seats and backrests. So of course, so if you want a comfort seat, it's gonna. So everything, of course, is gonna cost you. So all right, let's just say we're gonna ride one, and we want to add a driver comfort seat because we're gonna go the distance on this thing. All right, so cargo and storage. All right, so now, oh, here we go. Okay, so let's get a top case for $200. All right. Now, no, I don't want to mount, but thank you for asking. Handlebars. You got choice. I'm not going to go through all this. You guys can check out the website too, and you could also highlight things and be awesome like me. But basically, all right. I don't even know what I ordered here. I'm completely lost. Oh, let me send it to a dealer so they can call me 14 times a day. Yeah, let me do that. Do I sound cynical? All right, so my Ryker, I guess I picked the Midnight Red editions to dress it up a little bit, and I got a comfort seat, I believe. So now my build is up to $9,048, $49. So once I get that in the dealer, they're going to charge me $500 to $600 for delivery. Then I have taxes and title and license and all that time stuff. So now I'm looking at about a $10,000 machine. Young people do not have $10,000 to spend on a machine. All right, so let's get real for a second. Remember back to when you got your first motorcycle and you were a young rider, let's say. You didn't go to a dealer to buy it unless it was used on the floor. You opened up the classifieds or you asked around and you scraped up your money and you bought something for about $900,000. I know I'm dating myself. I had a 1983 Yamaha Virago 700 that my dad bought for me. I'm going to be honest, I didn't buy it. I was 19 years old. I didn't have crap. My dad bought it for me and it was about $1,300. But someone at that age, a new, because I'm sorry, you say new rider, that's what a new rider means to me. That's what a young rider means to me. A 19, 20-year-old, they're going to come up with almost $10,000. What happened? I thought I could highlight things. Yeah, I can highlight again. They're going to come up with $10,000. Oh, but you can apply for credit. Young people don't have two things. They don't have money, and they don't have credit. So, all right, now we're really narrowing down who this is for. This is for people who want to ride a Can Am and don't have $25,000 to $30,000 that it would take to get them into an RT or an F3 or an F3 Limit. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about F3 Limit. Let's just say an F3S or whatever. They don't have $19,000, $20,000 to get that kind of machine, but they're going to get this one. This off-road one, which the description said on-road. But that's neither here nor there. Honestly, this isn't going well. And I apologize to Can Am. I really do. Because I want to see you guys do well. I really, really do. But if I have $10,000 and I'm capable of riding two wheels, let's say I'm perfectly healthy and I'm strong and I'm young and I have 10 grand. I'm going to buy an Iron 883. I'm going to buy an Indian Scout. I'm going to buy an Indian Scout bobber. That's what I'm doing with my 10 grand. I'm going to buy a Yamaha FZ07. or an FZ09. I'm probably going to beg my mom and dad to lend me a couple grand so I can get the FC10. But seriously, Can-Am, you have to be honest. And let's talk another thing about honesty here. I watched the release video of all this stuff, and, you know, I don't know, they had one, it was coming out on the 9th, once it was coming out on the 10th. The 10th was just another reiteration of the Ryker, and they had some MMA guy that could barely speak English. Hey, he was trying his best, but I couldn't understand a friggin' word that guy was saying. But that's your spokesperson. That's who you choose to communicate to millions of people. Yeah, that's a really good job. Seriously, Can-Am, who works for you? Seriously, who works for you? I mean, but I'm getting way ahead of myself, or I'm getting on a whole nother option because I'm really excited I could do laptop videos now. But this thing is not going to sell to a new rider. It's going to sell to an older person that doesn't want to pay or can't afford the $15,000, $17,000, $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 that it would take to get into what we've come to know as the traditional now. After 10 years, they're traditional. The traditional Can-Am Roadsters. You get the Ryker now. So this whole, hey, we made it cheaper for people of younger people and newer riders. I'm sorry, I got to call bull on that one. I have to call bull on that one because this thing, why did I do this video? I don't like this thing. I really don't like this thing. And what bothers me the most, as someone that invested into their ride, my ride cost $32,000 and it's belt driven. That still bothers me. My machine was $32,000 and it has a friggin' air bladder nipple for a suspension that keeps leaking, and I lose about 3 to 4 PSI every 10 days. Because I'm sick like that. I keep track of things. I have a $32,000 machine that the clock on the display constantly runs 7 minutes fast if I give it about 3 or 4 days. But they put shaft drive on the $10,000 off-road but not off-road machine. Can-Am, you're not giving your customers what they want, because honestly, if you came out with an F3 or an F3 Limited with shaft drive, a guy like me would seriously consider trading in what he has now for that. But my machine, being $32,000, is belt driven. So if we're competing with Harley, I guess we're doing the same things that Harley did. Same old technology for inflated prices. Because that's the Harley model. And that seems to be the model that Can-Am is following. But that's just me. This is just my opinion. Again, I'm not connected to anyone. I stand completely alone, and I'm just doing a video because I was waiting, and I was talking to a couple of friends on Facebook, and we were all really excited about, you know, this upcoming release, and I wonder if it's going to be this, and I wonder if it's going to be that, and I made a joke like, I don't know, guys, you know, I've seen way too many big releases, and it just winds up being like a cup holder. I'm more disappointed that this is what Can-Am's big unveil or big release is, or was. You know, and the release video, it honestly seemed like it was stacked with BRP employees or friends of whoever. Hey, do me a favor, go on and say something nice, because you just saw the same generic banal comments of, I'm gonna get one, and wow, that looks great, and oh, please take my money. Seriously, if you're gonna fabricate things, do it right. Like, just say something like, hey, this machine is the cat's pajamas, right? Say something like that. I mean, not the same old generic, you got your antitype in. You know, I mean, come on, guys. What are you doing? I mean, this Ryker now, I mean, I didn't even get into the rally because, honestly, I've wasted way too much time on this thing as it is, with its bolt-on color panels. It doesn't even have a front brake, or what we call a front brake, the front lever, because Can-Am still says F you to people that have a problem with their feet. Most of the people that are going to go to a trike are people that have some type of difficulty Otherwise, they're going to ride a motorcycle. I hate to break it to you. That's what's going to happen. And you still refuse to put a brake lever on it. You know who's going to make out? The people at ISCI and all the other, brake. I think ISCI might be the only one. They're going to make out because they're going to jump all over this, and rightfully so, because those guys are awesome. I can't say enough good stuff about ISCI. They're going to capitalize by making some, or they'll probably look at this and go, well, if a young or new rider, whatever, can't afford $10,000 for a machine, they're going to afford $1,600, $1,700 for a braking system? I don't think so. So, I don't know. I should sum up because I'm starting to get a little long-winded. I'm starting to say the same things over again. I really... Oh, let's see another view of it. All right, call me crazy, but out of the views, let me know in the comments which ones you guys think is the worst. That, to me, makes it look even worse. I mean, look at that. I don't know. It almost looks like a special needs dinosaur. Well, I guess that's the display. But, I mean, the only benefit I see of this is shaft drive. But, again, I'm not going to give up my machine for this cheap-looking plasticky one. I'm sorry if I'm offending people, but you know what? Hey, you guys can think I'm dead wrong. You guys can think I'm an a-hole. You guys can think all you want. You know what? I don't care. Get your own YouTube channel, do your own video, and let everyone know what you think, because this is what I think. I think that this was one of those, we got to come up with something, and we got to put it out now. What do you got? Well, we talked about that Ryker. Not that again. It's all we have. All right, you know what? We're going to say it's off-road, but it's really not off-road. So if someone comes across a patch of grass, or, hey, you know what? Maybe there's an argument at your kid's Little League game, and you want to hop on your Ryker and you want to ride out to second base and punch the umpire in the face. I don't know. That's technically off-road, but not really off-road with about a 4-inch clip. Look at this. I don't know if you can see the arrow, but you're going to take this thing, quote-unquote, off-road? I don't know. Oh, and vehicle may not be exactly as shown. Is there a chance that it's going to look better in person? I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want something to tool around with, instead of in your retirement community, instead of getting a golf cart, you want to get this? Awesome. I'd be all for it then. You're not getting new riders. You're not getting riders in their 30s unless, that's what this might be for. This might be for the spouse that goes to their partner and goes, honey, I want to ride. And their spouse or partner goes, absolutely not. And this person goes, yeah, but you know what? There's these safe motorcycles out there. They're trikes. I want to get one of these, and look how cheap it is. Maybe that's who they're going after. They're going after the people that are scared to tell their spouse they want to ride or are going to ride. Because you know what? No matter what, you're married or not, you're still your own free person. If you want to ride, you're going to ride regardless of what the person that you're with says. I mean, they have a lot to weigh in, but you're still your own human being, man. Come on. Seriously. Take your testicles out of the teacup and get out there and do your thing. Maybe that's what this is for, but I don't know. So I guess in summary, I don't like the Ryker. I don't like the Ryker. I don't like the Ryker Rally. I think to someone that invested in Can Am by getting an amazing machine, don't get me wrong, they paid me back by giving me an awesome machine, but someone that talks up Spyders wherever I go, someone that promotes Spyders wherever I go, someone that talks to other riders and they're like, wow, man, that does look kind of cool. When people see my machine in person, they just step back. They're like, wow, that thing is awesome looking. And now, Can Am, you put this out, saying you're going after the younger riders. I call bullshit. I'm sorry, I call bullshit on that one. So, let me know if I'm right or wrong in the comments. Let me know if you came up with something that this machine would have a use for. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I mean, seriously, like I said, if I was in a retirement community I'd be tooling around on this thing, but except the golf cart, you know, instead of a golf cart. That's what I would be doing. And you know what, man, I'd be clearing up. I'd be cleaning up with all the women. I'd be having chicks riding back and forth to the bingo game. That's what I would be doing. That's exactly what I would be doing. But hey, to each his own. I've been wrong before. I have been divorced. But anyway, you guys, tell me what you think. Check out the site yourself. I kind of ran through it really quick because I just didn't want to spend a lot of time on this. But I'm almost ashamed of myself that I spent this much time on it. But anyway, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Check out the website. Oh, I said this was a 2019 lineup video. Sorry. The only thing new for the 2019 Roadsters are some paint. Some paint scheme changes. That's the big announcement. So, hey, maybe they fixed the new display screens. You know, the whole infotainment thing that they had going on. That 2008 was a complete another disaster. Maybe they fixed it. I don't know, but you know what? I'm not having a love affair with Can Am, and I'm not going to say, yay, you're doing everything right, because if I say that, number one, that's a lie. Number two, things will not get better, because I plan on owning my machine for a long time. But you know what, Can Am? Maybe if you came out with something good, I could be convinced to upgrade. I'm definitely not downgrading to the Ryker.